All right. Today I am going to be completely straight with you, gentlemen. I am a woman. I understand how we think. And I am going to say out loud what very few women are willing to admit. Not to cause you pain, but because I have watched too many marriages die a slow death. Not because the husband was cruel or abusive, but because the husband had lost himself. He tried too hard to be loved. He gave so much ground that he stopped being himself, and the wife, without ever saying it out loud, gradually lost the feeling, lost the respect, lost the desire. I have been in a relationship like that. I have been that woman, and I know exactly what was happening inside me. Today I am going to tell you, unfiltered, unembellished, and without softening a single word. Let's start with a truth that is hard to hear. Women do not operate on logic the way men do. You gentlemen were taught a formula from the time you were young. Do good, treat people well, and you will be treated well in return. That formula works in your career. It works in friendships, but in love, it works completely differently. I am not saying this to defend what might seem irrational. I am saying it because this is a psychological reality that science has confirmed. John Gottman, after more than 40 years of research on marriage, pointed to this very thing. He studied thousands of couples across the United States, and he discovered something remarkable. Stability in a marriage does not come from one person yielding to the other. It comes from a balance of power and mutual self-respect. When one person is constantly giving ground, the scales tip. And when the scales have been tipped for too long, both people suffer. The one who keeps yielding loses their identity. The one who keeps receiving loses their respect. That is the quiet spiral that destroys a marriage from the inside. So what is actually happening? Let me speak directly about what I have felt myself, and what I have heard from so many other women. When the man in our life stops having any boundaries, when he agrees with everything and never pushes back, when he cancels his own plans just to keep us happy, at first it feels like love. But gradually, something begins to shift. I started to feel like I was with a shadow, not a man with his own point of view, not the person I once admired and chose, but a mirror that only reflected back whatever I wanted. And do you know what? That is a deeply lonely experience. Lonely even when he is sitting right beside me. That is the brutal truth that very few women are brave enough to admit. Now, I want to talk about 5 specific patterns of behavior. 5 patterns that are quietly destroying attraction. I am not saying this to judge you. I am saying it because I have seen these things with my own eyes. Sit up straight and listen carefully. The first type, the man with no point of view. He lets his wife make every single decision in the household. What to eat tonight, where to go on the weekend, what to buy for the kids. He believes this is how he shows respect and love. But inside his wife, a very different feeling is forming. She begins to feel like she is carrying everything on her own. Every decision lands on her shoulders. And that does not create the feeling of being loved. It creates exhaustion and loneliness. A wife does not need a husband who only nods along. She needs a true partner with a genuine perspective of his own. Someone who is willing to say, I think we should handle it this way, and actually stand behind it. Having a point of view is not stubbornness. It is proof that you are genuinely present. The second type, the man who constantly seeks reassurance. I once had a partner like this. He would do something and then immediately turn to me. Did I handle that okay? Do you still find me attractive? Did I do anything wrong today? At first I answered with patience, but after a while, I felt completely drained because I was constantly having to refuel his sense of self-worth. I had become his only emotional power source, and that is a weight no woman wants to carry. The psychologist Abraham Maslow once said that healthy self-esteem must come from within. It cannot be built on constant validation from someone else. When a man needs his partner to continuously confirm his value, he is placing the entire foundation of his inner life on her shoulders, and that foundation will eventually collapse, one way or another. The third type, the man who stands still while the world moves forward. He has no goals of his own. He goes to work, comes home, scrolls through his phone, goes to sleep, the same cycle repeating every day, month after month. I understand the exhaustion of life in middle age. I know the pressures of work, finances, and family responsibilities. No one has the right to dismiss those things, but there is a very important distinction. The distinction between someone who is tired but still moving forward and someone who is tired and has stopped completely. Women do not need you to be perfect or spectacularly successful. We need to see that you are still moving, still trying, that there is still some kind of fire burning inside you that has not gone out. When that fire goes out, the room gets very cold. The fourth type, the man whose words have lost their weight. He promised to fix the leaky faucet last month. He promised to dedicate this weekend to the family. He promised to call the kids at 7 in the evening. But those promises keep drifting by without being kept. I know you are not doing this intentionally. I know life gets busy and things come up. But here is what happens in a woman's mind. Every promise that goes unkept is a brick pulled out of the wall. A brick pulled from the wall of trust she has been building. And when that wall comes down, everything else comes down with it. Not because the faucet went unfixed, but because his word no longer carries any weight. A man of real value says less and delivers more. Promise less and follow through more. That is a simple principle, but it changes everything. The fifth type, the man who has abandoned himself. This is the one I want to spend the most time on, because this is what I see most often in men over 45. There was a time when you had things that belonged to you. You had friends, hobbies, and personal passions. You had Saturday mornings when you went out for a bike ride. You had books you were partway through. You had dreams you had not yet gotten around to. And then marriage came, children came, responsibilities came. You started letting go of those things one by one, not because anyone forced you, but because you believed that was what a good husband was supposed to do. You sacrificed yourself to build a home for your family. And I respect that sacrifice from the very bottom of my heart. But there is something I need you to hear clearly. When you give up everything that was yours in order to serve your family, you are no longer the man she chose. You have become someone else entirely, someone she never knew. The man she fell in love with had his own light in his eyes. That man lit up when he talked about the things he cared about. That man had his own world that she wanted to explore. When you lose that world, she loses her reason to be curious about you. And curiosity is the very foundation of lasting desire. Let me say a little more about the science behind all of this. Dr. Esther Perel, the most widely recognized couples therapist in the world, has spent her career researching desire in long-term relationships. She has worked with thousands of couples across the globe, and she discovered a fascinating paradox. Desire is not nourished by constant closeness. It is nourished by distance, by a sense of mystery, by the feeling that the other person has a world of their own that you have not yet fully discovered. When you are always there, always available, always accommodating, you stop creating that distance. You become the obvious thing, the thing that does not need to be appreciated, and the obvious is never what gets longed for. This is not some distant theory. This is what happens in the marriages of millions of couples. So what do you do now? I do not have a magic formula for you, but I do have 5 practical steps that I genuinely believe work. The first step is to look honestly in the mirror and ask yourself, what have I given up over the past 10 years? Write it down on paper, in specific and honest terms. No rationalizing, no self-pity, just look at it straight. That is the first honest inventory you need to take. The second step is to choose one thing to reclaim today. Not everything at once, just one thing. The old hobby you left behind, the sport you used to love, the book you bought but never once opened. Start there. Small, but start today. The third step is to practice saying no once a week. Not to start fights, not to prove anything, but because a man with clear boundaries is a man who knows what he wants and what he does not. That kind of clarity naturally generates respect. The fourth step is to keep your word the way you would guard your own honor. If you are not sure you can do it, do not promise it. If you have already promised, follow through, no matter how difficult it gets. Every kept promise is a brick laid back into the foundation of trust. And trust cannot be bought with money or pretty words. The fifth step is to stop seeking her confirmation. Make your own decisions in the areas within your control. Trust your own judgment first. A man who trusts himself is the man a woman wants to stand beside. Before I close, I want to say one more thing. I am not saying any of this to criticize you. I am saying it because I have seen genuinely good men, men who truly love their wives and their families, but they love in a way that causes them to disappear. And when they disappear, the love slowly fades with them. What I want you to understand is this. Becoming a man of substance and character is not selfishness. It is the most sustainable way to love your family. When you are okay, your family is okay. When you carry your own light, you can actually illuminate the people around you. You cannot pour water from an empty cup. Reclaim who you are, not to win or to lose, but to become the man you once wanted to be, the man your family deserves to have. Thank you for listening to me today. If this video touched something inside you, hit like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Do not forget to subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Next week, I will be talking about a related topic that goes even deeper. But right now, answer this one question for yourself. The man you are today, is he someone you can look back at in the mirror and feel proud of?